Welcome to Floating Lifty Podcast. I'm Showen.
And I'm Noah.
Another sleepy Sunday.
It is indeed.
I am
Actually,
feeling-
it is. It actually is. Yeah. I don't know if it's another. Usually we're pretty animated. I actually feel kind of sleepy today.
Today somehow is
I think it's the weather. I think it has to be the weather. It's super windy and kind of chilly.
but I thought the windy weather will get us like a little bit agitated.
I think the windy weather blew away all of our energy, and now we're just ready to sleep.
Whoa, crazy. But before we hit the bed,
Before we hit the sack, time to drink some. Dun 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 dong ding. Yay!
wow. I love the announcement. And you are kind of singing much more lately in our podcast,
Can't help it.
which is great. I think I started to hum some tunes, but still can't bring myself to sing. Probably need some Scotch help.
Next episode is going to be a Scotch episode.
If you guys ever want to hear me singing in podcasts, I need some.
Tea and Scotch pairing.
Whoa!
Yeah?
But I don't know how to do those.
You just drink tea and then drink Scotch. Actually, drink Scotch and then drink tea.
True. That's the best. Okay, so today we are going to drink our new Dongding traditional A.
Traditional what?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Dongding traditional A. So our Dongding traditional A had a little bit hiccup. Do you say hiccup?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So sometimes I heard the term lost in translation. I will say sometimes our T's are lost a little bit in translation because I couldn't express it to English from Chinese. But this time, Dongding was lost in transportation.
Oh, I knew you were going to say it. That was so good. It was.
Yeah, we had a huge box of Dongding. Got lost in transportation, and so far we still couldn't get our post office to resolve the issue, and so I couldn't wait for longer because it was like sold out for a while, and people are waiting for this tea, So we call in a smaller box by express shipping, and
Which is what we have in front of us right
now. And I highly doubt that we are going to get the original box back.
The great tragedy of our time.
It is.
Seriously, though, it sucks. It actually sucks.
Yeah, to see a very
Not a small box of tea.
very popular tea
Yeah.
and a good tea got lost somewhere in the universe. It's actually in Seattle. Somewhere in Seattle.
But on the positive side, we do have another big box.
Coming in. I ordered another box already, and hopefully it should be in pretty soon.
Probably next week.
Yeah. So, but we are going to have a lot of new Dongdings then, which is also a good side of it. Yeah. So let's drink this Dongding. I just warmed the tea inside of a warm-up pot, and it smells like popcorn today. There's a little bit popcorn hint. Truly delicious. Maybe I'm craving for popcorn.
Solid.
Yeah.
The when this one came in, it didn't take any time to open up. It was like it got here, and then I think you drank it the day after we received it.
Yeah,
I think I wasn't here. And you drank it by yourself.
Yeah, I think I just did it in maybe like grandpa style actually, and it just felt very solid already. I was like, okay, great, yay, very good. Open just right away. Maybe tea is sensing that we really need to put the tea on the website, like right away. So, first infusion of this new Dongding traditional A. Toasty. The toasty taste smell is in there.
It smells really meaty today.
Meaty?
Yeah.
Are you craving for more meat?
Not really, actually. Satisfying.
Yeah. The way it hit the mouth, the broth hit the mouth, just cover the tongue right away. It hit the tongue, it covers the tongue on the first infusion. And if you keep watching, throat sensation, very clear. And I think I can emphasize enough. If you want to learn to start it to go into the throat sensation subject, out of our tea lineups, don't think traditional A is the tea to start because it's so. I'm not saying that throat sensation on this tea is the most amazing tea that where we are among all the teas that we carry, but this one is like really clear.
Yeah, it's bold.
You can't miss it, you know. Oh yeah, totally. Oh, empty cup. I would say the way I describe this tea today, from the surface smell to the broth to the throat sensation to the empty cup smell, satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid. It's a solid tea.
Yeah. It's rich. It reaches all the points.
Yeah.
It's roasty enough to really like feel really nice on a day like today.
So I'm hoping the second infusion, since the leaves will continue to open up, I hope the points will open up a little bit more too.
It's a good tea for a sleepy day.
Yeah, I would say it's a pretty easy to track kind of a tea. So if you want to pay attention, that's those points that the tea can offer you to learn. If sometimes say, hey, I don't want to be on all the time with my tea drinking, then this tea, it is that solid broth, that satisfying feeling will show up without you paying attention. It's also a good tea to do it in a not so paying attention way.
I think that's how I described it on the product page when I first wrote this tea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Just like it can offer a lot of different things. You can brew it light and it feels a little bit more on the pretty side. You can brew it heavy and it feels really bold and
Yeah.
It's like it's not a chameleon tea by any means, but
No.
it's actually easygoing for how kind of assertive it is. Yeah.
And second infusion, the broth looks much darker. I sometimes do like my first infusion to be on a little bit lighter side. For me, it's like you are about to step into a door. You don't want to like just completely jump into a place and just like, whoa. And so I kind of use first infusion like I am stepping into a door, and then there's much more views. It's gonna open up from the second infusion, but I shall take it one step at a time, you know. Second infusion, surface broth.
The second infusion is like
I jump into the door.
Yeah, you like slightly open the door and you're standing on the outside looking in, and then you just do a 10-foot jump into the middle of the room.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
10-foot. Yeah, much more assertive on the smell. But I would say I feel like the first infusion, the broth and the smell were separated, and the second one is started to combine together on the smell. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Second infusion, the broth in the mouth totally opens up, and then there's a little bit puffiness to reach up to the roof.
You can see all the lines and all the colors in the tea now.
Yeah.
Clearly defined.
Yeah.
Just right out there.
Yeah. And also, if you guys are into learning that series of tea fundamentals that we published, this is also a great tea to watch because it's actually basic enough and it offers so many points. It's a great tea to watch that. And since I'm mentioning that, I want to do a big shout out to
Sean.
If you are listening to this, a big shout out to you. He is in Germany, I believe, and just wrote us a fantastic email about how he actually connected with us through our podcast. and how he actually listened to our Tea Fundamental series of podcasts 3 times.
And he said, I liked what he said. He said there's still a few more steeps.
Yes, and we haven't gotten the time to answer the emails yet, but I just want to use the podcast as an opportunity to express, in a way, our gratitude to those of you who are listening out there, and especially for those of you who come back and tell us what you are learning and what you think. It seriously means so much to us. It's why? Because I am talking into a microphone right now, and I don't know how you are receiving this. So the moment when you come back to us and express your learning or your opinions, your feedback to us, I feel like, well, we are really doing something.
Yeah.
Even to 10 people, I don't care how many of you guys are listening out there. As long as you come back and tell us what our podcasts are, in a way mean to you, then it means a lot to me. Also, our dear friend Johnny Boy, big shout out to Johnny Boy. He also went back to listen. Oh, I think it's a live session.
Yeah.
About tea brewing, and have a wonderful discussion with Noah through Messenger, and that also is
it means a lot. It
means
does.
a lot, and also it actually help me to understand you, help us to understand you drinkers out there, because it's actually part of my job is to look for teas and to improve myself, and part of my job, since I'm a tea seller, I need to understand you. So please contact us.
Yeah, there's that moment when you sit down with someone to drink tea, and that when I sit down with someone to drink tea in the shop back in the olden days, and I feel like what I'm saying or what I'm sharing is landing, and there's like a communication back and forth.
Yes.
It really it feeds me. It feels like it gives me energy to want to keep going and doing more stuff and share more stuff.
Yes.
It feels really good. And when we can't drink tea with people physically in person, when you guys write to us, Johnny Boy, Sean, a lot of other people that have written to us recently in the past year, it's like it really means a lot. I go back to those and look at them. I feel like when I'm feeling like, God, this is
so
a lot
boring.
of work, or there's like so much to do, or and it's like inspiring to go back and read that stuff. So thank you.
Thank you so much. To contact us this way, Also, there's another way that you can connect with us. Sorry to say this in public. I actually rarely look at my own website. 2 days ago, I needed to go on the website to find a link for a customer. So I started to browse my own website. And then I started to see, oh, wow, somebody left a tea review on the tea. And then it's from Budapest. Thank you so much. And your review is hilarious. I think you call one of my tea sexy. Thank you. And then I was like, I wonder if anybody review a certain tea. And I go on the forums. I thought, well, nobody will review that tea yet because it was just put on like 3 days ago. And somehow there was an old review from 2018. So not the same tea, but they said, how come she already have this tea? And then I read a review and it's from Boy Chick. And I just have to like, oh, wow, that's just so funny the way you guys talk about teas. So please keep it coming. I promise to look at my website a little bit more often. And I would love to see your reviews because this is your view on the teas that the teas that you are drinking, and I'm drinking it too. And just to be able to see your point of view is also really wonderful and really funny. I mean, the ways you guys write about teas and describe teas, it's just epic. So please keep it coming. Whatever tea that you drink from our website, please leave your, and you don't need to, I think sometimes I have a customer, they say that they really want to review our teas, but they feel like they are not experts. Please don't. nobody is an expert, including me. I will say that. Okay? You can just say, whatever. I see a blue color. I really want to jump around and shout out hooray. Even like that, whatever. Or this tea kind of made me sentimental or whatever, Yeah, just anything, Or this tea remind me of a meal that I ate back in 2008. I don't want to think more about it anymore. Here you go. Infusion number 3, Dongting Traditional A. So I'll put out the challenge there out there. Since we are drinking Dongting Traditional A, I want to see you drinking this tea and let me know how you will take on this tea. And when Miss Tai has time and is in a good mood, I'll throw you some surprises, okay? I want to see your review though first. And the roastiness is still up there on the surface broth.
Good roast.
Satisfying. Almost a little bit bubbly on the third infusion. Sprays out to the side of my tongue.
Not as heavy as the second infusion.
That's right. And then, that's true. Sorry. Not that's right.
That's right. That's right.
So condescending. Is that a word? Condescending.
Condescending.
Here you go. And then because it go to the side, the stimulation is really big on the side of the tongue and the cheek. And it also feels like a lot of salivation on this tea. And if I follow the broth to the throat, also to the chest tea. And third infusion is a little bit softer than the second one. It actually will reach down, a little bit of the presence will reach down to the stomach, just a little bit more. I almost feel like a little bit more than the second infusion, which brought up a really interesting thing that I have been pondering quite a lot with myself, my tea brewing, and myself once again. I brew tea strong very often because I like it to reach into the body. And I think tea have been teaching me like, maybe that's not the strength that you were thinking. So I've been thinking about tea strength and my own personality and what it means. And so even like the second infusion and third infusion, second infusion was actually literally stronger, but it can't reach to my stomach as much.
It was more concentrated. There's more dissolved tea in the water.
Yes.
But it doesn't have as much power.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
Yeah, there's more movement in the third infusion.
Yes.
Because it doesn't feel like it's crowded.
Crowded?
Crowded. That's the word that I keep coming back to.
Yes.
Of like when I'm sitting down to brew a tea and I just want to drink a strong pot of tea, I put too many leaves in. Mm-hmm. I brew it too long or whatever. Mm-hmm. It feels like it's crowded. Like it's so strong that it becomes that it can't actually show its, the full picture.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been like seriously relook into my tea brewing, and I'm not sure if I accomplish anything yet. Sometimes my tea feels softer, and sometimes my old self come up. I mean, when I brew tea, and Noah would just say, "Oh, Oshowen is back," which is not bad. It's not bad. Today, who I am.
Actually, I never said that. You always say that. Oh. I was like, pretty strong today. And you're like, oh, old Showen's back. I'm like,
I said that?
Yeah, you say that.
And it's not that I want to get rid of the old Showen, I think today, who I am, it is my past accumulate to right now. And I am embracing that old Showen. It's like a firecracker. I love it.
that second infusion is not a bad cup of tea.
No.
It's a really big flavor. But if you're looking for something that has more potential, the third infusion is
I think nowadays I am reaching out. I'm not reaching out. I'm sorry. I'm looking for things that is equally it's powerful and yet will have more movement. And I wanted to reach out even more.
There's a difference between stronger and more powerful. I think that you can make a kind of differentiation right there. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can have a cup of tea that's really strong.
Yeah.
You know, they say strong enough that you can stand a spoon up in it. Does it have necessarily as much power as a tea that's more even keeled, can reach further? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that tea might be the more powerful tea.
Yeah. And so maybe I can bring it back into the fundamentals again, like within the tea structure itself in the mouth. A really strong cup of tea, it's very heavy, but sometimes it can only land it in one space. And with the same tea, when I brew it, not necessarily like lighter, it's just a different take on the tea. The tea start to, let me put it that way, opens up.
Yeah.
Which will reach to the side, to the top. So which tea is stronger? Which cup of tea is stronger than? Physically, I would say the one that landed on one spot is stronger. It is stronger physically, I think. It's so heavy to a point that it can break my mouth, right? And the second cup that I brew with the same leaves that can reach wider and further, then I ask myself, which one has more power? I will leave that to the listeners to think about it and to brew your tea that way, to start to explore that way too.
There's an image that came to me when I was talking to someone probably 2 years ago about that exact thing.
This infusion, it gets softer and softer, but very assertive though. For me, soft doesn't mean, what is that word? Limp. Like things are
Flaccid.
Yeah,
limp.
going to die. There is no power to me. No power, no strength. Okay? Soft need to own a texture as well. Soft things, a good full body, soft anything own a really incredible texture. Find that in the tea too.
I'm going to come back. There's an image that came to me a couple years ago when I was talking to someone in the shop about that exact phenomenon of Alice in Wonderland. You know the book?
Yes.
When she eats the mushroom and she grows in size, but she's in a small house. So she grows to be too big to fit inside of the house. So like her eyeball is looking out of the window and her arm is going out of the front door. And then she needs to eat another kind of mushroom to shrink back down again. It's like that. It's like the tea is too big for the space that it's given. If that makes sense. It's like too much, like you say, like when it lands in one place, sure, it's stronger there. You want to think about it that way? It's like it has a certain amount of pressure so that it's like however many pounds per square inch is heavier.
Yeah.
But the balance isn't there. So it,
True.
So it, in the other places that it might feel like it's more open, it can't reach.
True.
Right?
Yeah. It's not, actually it become not as dimensional and not as interesting.
Yeah.
And when we are talking about that, this fourth infusion really start to open up with that way is solid. So the way that I'm perceiving this tea right now in the mouth on the fourth infusion, land on the tongue, spread out and immediate push up and push back into the throat and into the rooftop. And for me, this is dimension. It push backwards, it push up, it open. It's a called third dimension then.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah.
Not just, it land on the tongue. It cover the tongue. That's
spreading. That's good.
Yeah.
You want spreading, but
so
that's
like
two-dimensional.
Two-dimensional.
Yeah.
And this one start to open up third dimension. And so when the tea can do that, when you smell the surface of the scent, then the structure can also do that. And you start to figure out more first within the texture of something, and then start to follow the movement and start to follow the dimension of the movement. And you can trace a very simple tea, not going anywhere at all. You can You can trace a bad tea that is broken, basically. You can trace a decent tea. You can trace a very good tea. I mean, kind of prep us to trace a very good tea because they are like a high-speed train.
Much harder to follow.
Or a ninja.
You need more, you need more experience to follow those.
Yeah, to follow those.
Talking about that kind of this third dimension of tea movement, same thing in the body. If you just you just try to make it really strong so that it shows up noticeably in the body, but your only goal is to make it noticeable, then it's like two-dimensional. It'll go where it goes.
Yeah. Just go down.
It'll go. Yeah. You'll be able to feel it. You'll be able to feel it more obviously.
Yeah.
Like the sensation will be there very clearly.
Yeah.
But when it becomes softer, it has the same kind of analogy of pressure, right? The pressure eases up a little bit, and it can start to have a sensation of texture, almost within the movement itself. There's a sensation of a certain texture.
True. And when you are talking about that, the first one, the image that I see will be maybe let's use tree then. That you brew the tea strong, you will reach into the body. If the tea has capacity on that,
yeah, sure.
Some tea doesn't. Okay, no matter how strong you brew it, it doesn't go into the body. By the way, but with a capable tea, it can go into the body. However, a tea brewer brew it very strong. It will reach into the stomach without any problem. But the image that I see is a tree branch or a stump, a stick, and then you just directly shovel it inside of your body. Kind
That's
of
very
brutal.
violent.
Yeah, no, maybe in a nice way. Can you feel that? Yes. Is it comfortable? No.
But it's very, very obvious.
Direct, it's very obvious. Second way, that with the same tea, that when you make it softer and it start to offer a movement, then do you know what I see? Roots. Roots. You will grow and you will move and you will continue. So there's a continuous movement plus. And do you know what? Roots don't just reach down. Roots will reach sideways too. So it become a little bit more interesting. You let things grow, yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
When it comes to tea, I go a little bit crazy.
I feel you.
And I always see like some weird shit. I would call it that way. Okay, let's close up with this number 5, fifth infusion. Really satisfying tea.
Yeah. Don't think A is great. You're talking about that difference in your image that you get and how complex it is.
Yeah.
Thinking about our teacher that brews tea, our tea brewing teacher.
Yeah.
And then the complexity that he's able to call out of the same tea that we're brewing.
Yeah. Yeah.
He starts to call out a sense of layering. In not just in the mouth, also in the body.
In the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a new kind of sensation, not just that it's going in and not just going in straight, not just going in and spreading out comfortably, but also
oh my god,
there's like almost a sense of timing, like a fourth dimension.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy.
And there's a rhere's
exactly there's a rhythm.
A beautiful rhythm that the teacher is able to pour that out. He's incredible. I hope someday I can do a little bit of what he does.
Hope you can too. Now I'll drink it.
Well, he said it's my job.
Yeah.
To brew a very good cup of tea. Yeah.
He said my job is to enjoy a very good cup of tea, so that's great.
I have to listen to the recording again. Did he really say that to you?
对啊，享受。
享受。
对啊。
那我就要辛苦的泡茶吗？
Sounds good to me.
What? I sometimes love challenges, and part of me just don't want to accept the fate. that hard-working fate.
Really nice.
Do you know that this fifth infusion? I really hope someday I can drink tea with you guys again. Whoever is out there. This number fifth infusion. And I think you guys are going to think that Sherwin is really tripping and crazy already. I see do you know what I see in my mouth?
Yes.
What?
No, I have no idea. I'm very curious, though.
Try to guess.
What do you see in your mouth with this infusion?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. It's a, how about I give you a hint? You want a hint?
Okay, give me a hint.
Musical instrument.
Cello.
Drum set.
Oh.
Cause the way it doesn't, some of the tea when it's like highly capable, it just like, oh wow, okay. Serious, I call those ninja teas, right? That it's really hard to trace their movement, but this one you can trace it. You can like first, second, third, and it's like they are playing boom boom. Do that drum set the sound that you can do like chung tung 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 whatever. Like when something is like
So, like funny? Like, boom, psh.
Yeah, like that. Okay, so I really can't do things like that. I have no rhythm in my actual life. Like if you see me going to a concert, I will be like totally change my like clapping beats either in the middle of it or like totally not matching up whatever is going on the stage.
That's true.
But this one you can see that thing. Yeah, the broth is hitting to different space with a rhythm.
Whoa.
You can watch it, which is actually makes me very happy to see this today. Totally not related, but I actually have been thinking about tea brewing rhythm a lot. Yeah, tea brewing has to have a rhythm to make it really pretty.
The next frontier.
Yes.
It's really hard to do.
Yeah, it's really hard to do.
Really hard
and
to
I
do.
have been thinking about it and how I can achieve that because all our teachers brew tea with a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like the speed that they are controlling, they don't do it intentionally nowadays because they can just do it. But it's not like mechanical either.
No, but you like it's like you're watching, and there's an aesthetic that shows up. There's like a really clear something. I almost want to say it's like it opens up another space or something like that.
Yes.
It's like watching a song maybe.
Yeah. Yes.
Or watching a dance. It's even better.
Yeah. Dance.
And sometimes I just try to mimic what it looks like, but I only mimic like one part, like just pouring in the water or whatever. But it's really hard to call out the entire session, like an entire infusion's worth of the rhythm.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
But it's not consistent. It's hard.
Yeah. So to maybe let people have a grasp of the rhythm that I'm talking about is I will use the example of last time when we drank tea with Mr. Lai. We drank 5 teas with him, Kung Fu style, in a very short period of time because he had a class after us to go to, and we had to travel up to Dongding actually, and it was like it was 5 teas.
I
think within like 2 hours.
It was 5 teas in less than 2 hours.
Less than 2 hours.
Because we ended up drinking 7 teas total after his friend showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was about 2 hours exactly after we drank 7 of them. But the first 5 were just us with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like we were rushed, and I didn't ever feel like he was rushing us, that he had to brew tea very fast to let us to choose tea, because it is not just a tea session, it's also a business transaction. We were there to choose tea.
Yeah.
And everybody have that in mind very clearly. And they also knew that we are going up to Dongding. So it shouldn't be 9 p.m. Let's deal this, get this done. And we were very relaxed. We were chatting. And somehow he could brew the tea with a rhythm that is very peaceful. That's how I can describe it, you know. And so you can actually brew tea very fast without rushing people. And you can brew tea also very slow and make it really dead. Like, oh God.
So boring.
So boring.
Yeah.
My God, would you please just move on?
And you can brew tea really slow and make it feel just
Okay.
really dramatic the entire time.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's,
Just like the other teacher.
Yeah.
His tea speeds actually between the tea infusion, he make it much longer, and he is one of the most dramatic guy that I have ever drank tea with.
Yeah.
Mr. Shen.
yeah, it takes like 3 hours to drink 3 teas.
Yeah.
With him.
And then this teacher, we can drink 5 teas within probably like an hour.
Yeah.
And so the rhythm that I'm talking about is, it's not like I want to keep a certain speed in a way, because I don't want it to be mechanical. I want the feeling to show up, you know. So I've been like pondering on my tea rhythm, my tea brewing rhythm a little bit, you know. So yeah, I think today is a wonderful session with a tea in the background, and it's a wonderful session to once again maybe share with people what happens here at Floating Leaf Tea. A lot of times we don't know what is gonna show up. Today it seems to be our customers' feedback and whatever pop up in my mind. That's what I have been thinking about in my tea learning in a way. It's very beautiful. Before I leave, I would like to mention that our first YouTube video possibly will be on Thursday. If you are listening to this on Monday, our first YouTube video will be launched on the Thursday. And we'll be launching our podcast will be once a week, and video, since it take a larger amount of time to edit and to film it, we are going to try to do it once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And see where the YouTube videos can lead us and take us. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Cool. Then I'm trying to think if we have anything else to say. Anything coming up?
Probably not.
No, just YouTube videos. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys next Monday.
Happy tea drinking, everybody. And please stay healthy and safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.